All right, we are here with the wonderful Antdroid for Hi-Fi in the afternoon. Uh, so just fun little quick chat with Ant, and we're gonna discuss. Maybe we'll talk about what's on our head because it was kind of he told me to change so we could match. And then also make sure, can you guys let us know if our audio is good? That would be much appreciated because I might have to do the classic turn on, turn off OBS. So, uh, and then today I'm drinking Okinawan bubble tea. mm, the brown sugar. It's a Okinawa pearl tea. It's essentially just the brown sugar. Yeah, Okinawa. Sorry, Okinawa. Yeah, yeah. It's delicious. Made from these special plants that grow on the bottom of the lake there. No. in Okanagan County. Uh, sorry. Um, but yeah, so Ant, how goes it, man? How is the wonderful Arias treating you? That's it's a cross I carry, man. It's the burden. It's a ZMS. My man. uh, so yeah, no worries. We're good, man. Have a fun. If you need to bounce out, no worries. I have to go grab the beast monkey daughter in a little bit. Um, oh, Ant, yeah, you seem a little muted. Do I need to turn up? Maybe I'll turn up in Discord. See, let's see here. I have you at 100%. I can bump you to 120. How about that? Beep, boop, bop, boop, boop, bop, boop. How do we sound now? Test, test. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Um, but yeah, just a chill, wonderful. Uh-oh, Ant's audio has hiccups. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do a classic, because you look fine and sound fine to me. So I'm gonna do a classic restarting of the OBS trick, and let's see what happens. So give us 1 second.
Can you hear me?
And start the stream up. All right, and we should be back in here in a little bit. Yeah, it's OBS, man. God, that OBS.
Hello.
How about now?
Yeah, you gotta restart it before you
yeah, I know.
start it live.
I know this, and I almost do it every time not to. Yeah, it's OBS, man. OBS, for whatever reason, if I don't start a stream and then restart OBS, it loses everything. Anyways, we were talking about these lovely things, the Arias, and how much Ant loves them, and how much I love them.
Too loud.
Oh my god!
My mic back.
No, I'll bring you down. I had you at 120. All right. So how about now? So am I too loud? Is Ant too loud?
Am I too loud?
Spicy takes, people. Spicy takes. That's better. Okay, sorry. Live streaming, it's fun. But we were talking about the Arias and how awesome the Arias are, I guess. That's what we're going to start with, since we're both wearing them, and Ant requested that I wear them because I have them. And these are on kind loan to me by a wonderful Vox from Smith & Rune keyboard making guy.
Wow.
Yeah, so actually, they have a really great balanced cable that they sent. I was like, well, let me do this. It's got like a little ninja on it. I don't even know what cable it is. I asked him what cable it is. It has a little like ninja mask kind of thing. And I think I've seen them before, but I don't. Yeah, it's like a little ninja mask.
Is that a heat shrink or is that?
Yeah, it's like a heat shrink component. Yeah, it is a heat shrink. It's just a heat shrink that it just the way they did it. It just wow. It's actually really well. Oh, that's why. Oh, there you go. It's just perfectly fit to the. You can actually move it up. Oh my god. You can actually move it up and down on the split. So, Yes, Ant's voice is beautiful. I agree. But
Yeah.
so the spicy take for me is I think the Arias are pretty great for a hi-fi man. I think they're super comfortable. They are treble murder, and I think that people keep telling me they're bass cannons, but I'm not really getting bass cannon out of them. But I heard there's a trick that Ant was talking about too, where you kind of move them away from your ear and you get bassy stuff. So I'll try that later.
Sorry, I have a FedEx truck right in front of my house. It's probably the loudest truck I've ever heard.
Oh, okay, I can hear it a little bit. You're good. You're good though. It's fine.
Yeah, they're not really bass cannons. Whoever said that is kind of insane.
Yeah. Thank you. Hopefully Chrono's watching.
I mean, if you do this, it helps with a bass, but no one does that except for Critical.
So that was everything. So like the bass isn't bad. It's just not like impactful or like crazy though. EQ, yeah. Yeah, I could probably EQ them a little bit. I'm not. See, I have tried Chrono's EQ, but I'm not. Honestly, I'm not the biggest EQ guy. I'd rather just throw them on tubes or throw them on something else and get EQ that way.
Do you prefer this or the Ananda?
Ooh, I would say these. I prefer these over the Ananda's smoother. It seems like. But I do prefer these because they have that more of a unique character to them, and that's always going to be something that I'm going to gravitate towards personally. I did A/B these with the HD800 with SDR, my HD800 with SDR mod, and they go round for round really with the HD800. I did find the HD800's bass a little more to my liking. They're both not great bass headphones, but then like the detail and imaging seemed like it was slightly better with the HD800 of all things, but then the separation, and then there's other like certain factors for it, like the image separation for the instruments was really good with these. These faster, obviously they're faster. But yeah, overall though, I think that they trade blows, and I was thinking, essentially, Aria is the HD800 of the planar world. I've always said that, which is funny because I've never really heard them for an extended period of time. So to really say that, and always like, but based on what everyone else always told me, I'm like, okay, so the HD, and my experience is that. So spicy. Tidian's getting spicy.
Tidian's wrong, so it's okay.
He's wrong. You're wrong. Wrong. I need like one of those wrong buttons.
Give me a censor button. I don't know how you can really censor the chat.
Or something just pops like a text. It just pops up. It's just wrong. like a air horn or something. Oh jeez. Sorry. I think that based on that, I think that the Sundara would have a better bass response. Ananda would be smoother, and Aria is definitely more treble murder. Is that what they like to say?
It has a peak at like 6K, I think, and it's a little brighter than neutral. Yeah. But
it's not bad. Yeah. Like it's not horrible. Like it's definitely on certain things I can get some ear issues. But like you love these. You own them. You bought them. Yeah. So
yeah, I don't listen as loudly as most people do, which I think helps. I know if I turn this up, like if I turn it to 11, it will make these really, really bright and probably not the best sounding. But I listen much quieter than most people, so I think that plays a role too.
Yeah, I agree. So I actually tend to listen 75 decibels, and with peaks into the 80s is my normal volume listening range. But then when I had these, I cranked them up to about high 70s, low 80s, and into like the higher 80s with peaks, and that was when it was definitely more noticeable in the monitor, where I was like, oh, that's crisp.
Yeah, the other thing I noticed with hi-fi mans, really, like I had the 560, I used the Sundara and these and a few others. Amping matters quite a bit to me. Like when I listen to the 560 in the Aria with like the RME ADI 2 DAC, it was very, very bright,
Mhm.
to the point where it was kind of harsh and pretty annoying. But if I listened to it on I don't know, shit Jotunheim or a tube amp, it mellows that out, and not a big deal. These are like awful with the A90, the topping A90 I have. I do not like them at all. So I'm using this with Felix Elise right now.
Oh, nice. I'm actually using mine with the T4, ECP T4. It's not enough power to drive these properly, I don't think, because they definitely lose some of the oomph.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ran them off of the Phonitor to do all my like actual back and forth and stuff, and it was definitely noticeable. Like another thing that's crazy with these is I noticed the definitive smoothness going from from Spotify to Qobuz. Like I actually noticed like the same track, it got
Mm-hmm.
noticeably less sharp, less problematic for me, which is rare. Usually, when you have a headphone that does that, it means that they're very resolving, really good
Yeah.
detail. I mean, and so that was like, okay, these are pretty great for that. And then the other thing I really loved with these, honestly, was like acoustic music, jazz music, jazzy, bluesy, female vocal singing, that kind of stuff. I really like these for that. But it's the same thing with the HD100s too. I tend to like, unless I'm using like my bottlehead crack, then that's a magical, for whatever reason. The HD100's bottlehead crack is like a weird chocolate peanut butter scenario. And and then real quick, I don't have the headphones anymore, and I don't think you have headphones either, right, Ant? On
No,
hand, yeah,
way too big, way too big.
yeah. They're I think my issue with them was always like after certain workouts, I felt like I was just being kind of pulled down to the ground from like.
One thing that was kind of nice about it. So I borrowed it from Jeremy,
Mhm.
like everyone else did, basically.
That's what I had from Gary.
I wore it for I think like a week and a half or so, and after wearing that and then going back to like the Verite, like the Verite felt like nothing
Like,
on my head. Awesome.
oh, it's like fresh air.
I built up my muscles. So yeah, that was a blessing in disguise, I guess.
Yeah. No, and that's right. Like now, you get that little neck muscles going. You crank. That's
Yep.
like going for these too, though. These things, holy crap, these are light. Like the Hypermans are light. And then the only thing I don't like Hypermans to me is, I mean, I have a beard and stuff, but like this the way they're shaped, they sit right in a spot on my neck right here that just irritates me for some reason. Like there's like this,
Yeah.
I get this constant like itchy feeling right here, and like it's kind of like this. So
Yeah, I don't have hair, so I don't really am bothered by that. So
fair enough. And then, actually, I want to talk to you real. Besides the wonderful arias, as fantastic as these are, that was more just like a hot take, random. We decided to chat about because we both happen to have them all the time. But like, you actually just did the Mest, and I'm a big Mest fan. You have my Mest right now, and you also
Yep.
have custom Mests.
Yep.
Which God, say these things 10 times fast. And then I actually have you let me borrow the mini Mest, which I have here. And we actually did a fun little picture shoot.
Ever focused, but whatever.
Damn it, camera.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
It's too hard to focus black, but yeah.
but I need to develop those pictures. Yeah. That we took when we went and got those delicious coffees. Real quick, because someone just asked, where is that? I use a decibel reader for volume checking, except for IEMs. IEMs are scary to me. I don't know how to check volume for those, but for all my headphones, I use a decibel reader, and I'm not scientific. I literally just shove the thing into into right here, and
It works.
like then I usually aim for a lower. So that's why I say 75 dB with it at that, because that's probably in reality a little bit elevated to what I'm actually listening to when they're sealed. Because when they're sealed,
I use a metric, so
he's a little more scientific. So, but actually, that's a good question. How would you know what your volume is on an IEM? I mean, I'm always cautious, so I always try to, as soon as I feel like, oh, I'm getting a little bit hot in the volume, I always turn it low in IEMs. But
so I use mini DSP ears. It comes with a calibration, and then REW Remiku Wizard calibrates mini DSP ears. The beta version calibrates the mini DSP ears to have the right sound pressure level, SPL, so your volume. And then I can use that to back check with my IEC 711 coupler, which I use for IEMs. And so I measure on mini DSP ears, and then I leave it the same volume and stick it into my coupler, and then remeasure it, and that's how I used to calibrate it. For whatever reason, I noticed that when I switched to using the Apple USB-C dongle with my coupler,
dongle.
yeah, it automatically it's already calibrated for some reason. So when I plugged it in for the very first time and I measured it, it showed the correct volume, which I don't know how it knows that, but yeah, it measured the correct volume. So and then from there I can play it at some volume on the coupler, see what it's playing at, and listen to it.
Got it.
Go from there.
And then you can,
or vice versa.
Yeah. I need something like that. Mostly just because I'm always scared about the IEMs. Always scare me for hearing loss of all the things as that one. But then again, I'm always like I don't really take well to high volume stuff. But well, how are you, gang? Yes, what's up? But yeah, so back to the mess real quick. I'm a big Mest fan, and I totally blind bought it too on the recommendation of Torque, and then I shilled it, and I jokingly shilled it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't know if it was gonna be, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then I shilled it like crazy, and then you actually got to listen to it and hear it, and you liked it, and then in fact, a lot of people actually like these things.
It seems to be no matter what your background is, it seems like everyone I've talked to likes it, at least above average. To it. Yeah, and then there's people that I know have completely different tastes to me. Other reviewers, for example, and random people on HeadFi that have completely different impressions of other stuff than I do. We all seem to like it, so yeah.
I think it's pretty. Yeah, it's one of my. I was pretty blown away how good it was. Especially, I had the U12T on hand when I got him in, and so that was what I was comparing them against too originally. And I do think the U12T had slightly better. Was slightly better overall. It was good. Good treble. Good. Sorry. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I own the Mest and not the U12T. It's good.
U12T is still my top recommendation. So it's still my number one recommended IEM for a blind buy. But yeah, I like the Mest more.
Yeah, and that was my take too. I felt like the Mest had more character. It had a little more. I thought the sparkle for the treble was better. I thought that the mids were better. To me, the bass I think was decent, but I still think that I like the drums specifically. Once someone pointed that out to me, drums on U12T is pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they're better on the U12T, I think.
Yeah,
or more realistic. More realistic.
And that was the only reason it was that they got elevated to me was that little bit. But
I know Titian, who's on likes the U12T for that reason because he drums, and I think he mentioned that's the most realistic drumming he's heard.
And same with
I'm just putting words in your mouth. You can complain. But
there's a couple people drummers that did that too. Yeah. But yeah, I thought they were pretty fantastic. They're really fun. But then I think that the U12 or the Mest it's just more unique, I think, and personally. And then I just like the overall character of it. It just sounded better to me personally. I could see that the U12T had certain technicalities that were better, but at the end of the day, same thing with these, right? I think that these are technically great headphones, the Arias, but I would still 100% grab the ZMFs over these any day, which is kind of unfair because I do think that the ZMFs are better. But
yeah. I was actually, this is completely changing the subject, but I was looking at people posting, what was it? I think on Instagram today. I saw Acorn Audio posted they had the very last stabilized
Maple
Verte close. Yeah, and I was like, did these ever get released, or what's going on?
He's making them. He just did he's doing really small runs for my, and hopefully I'm not like breaking any thing right now, but he's gonna release them slowly to the website, and he sent out initial batches to like all the different dealers, but then so yeah, that might be their last one, but he is gonna be doing and I mean Zach and ZMF, they're going to be doing the stabilized will be on their website, and there'll be like a limited release, and they're going to, as they get them ready to rock, they're going to be one off, like by like they'll put up like 5, let's say. I don't know how they're exactly doing it. I'm assuming they're going to put up like a couple at a time, and then
I think he mentioned it was going to be on ZMF November.
Yeah. So he's building up the stock and stuff like that, and I think he just got in another batch of stabilized maple to make more. So he's gonna have a decent run of them, but they are really hard to deal with and make from my talks with him, and they take a lot of time because then they're prone to certain like weirdness and
sure.
So, but yeah, like it's definitely interesting to see. I know a couple people have already gotten a couple of the stabilized burl maple burl already, so. It should be interesting to see how those all turn out. Some of them are pretty fantastic looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some really pretty ones. They're too, man. My problem is I have one already, but I'm waiting for like that one that just kind of grabs my attention and like I must have kind of thing. Like it has, you know what I mean? Like a purple
stabilized one.
Yeah, it must be like it has to be like something that just is just like it just grabs me and I need it. And I'll end up being an Ian where I'll have two VCs. So plus he's been looking at getting some new other new woods and stuff like that potentially that I'm interested in. So we'll see, because I'm also really interested in some of those. But in fact, I'm gonna actually have Zach and Bevan on the show probably in like a couple weeks once they get a little more back in normal. I think we might try and do like their new shop. Like toury type deal, or talk about their new shop and how that's been going and like everything's been going on with them, because they actually just stopped making any. They're not taking any more orders for special limiteds or limited edition anything. It's all just the baseline stuff that they're only taking orders from now forward, and then until they get to ZMF November, and then they're going to start. Then they're going to reevaluate and start doing up the limiteds again. Yeah, I'm gonna have every single ZMF. That will be a thing eventually. And yes, ZMF headphones are beautiful. But yeah, so and actually, Ant has probably one of the most unique ZMF headphones out in the wild. Like I'm pretty sure it's the only one, and there's probably
I think there's 3 of them.
Oh, 3 of them.
Yeah, something like that.
Very, very unique. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's a mahogany Verite open with a ZMF logo.
Yeah, I don't have my Verite opens with me right now, but like in the middle of the grill is the ZMF logo, which is really cool. Yeah, pretty awesome. And then Ant, back to I wanted to discuss the thoughts on the current, if you real hot take, because I thought this would be an interesting one, real quick, but if you're jumping into the IEM world today and you had no IEMs, but you had all this experience with you, like let's say for whatever reason you got rid of everything and you're starting over and you could only go up the chain of IEMs slowly, what would be your first IEM under $500 that you'd buy? Under 500, by the way. Under 500.
Right here. Oh, sorry.
Oh, the Galaxy meme, the Ant Galaxy Buds meme is real.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
I mean, okay, so, yeah. If it wasn't these, I don't know. Under 5? I mean, I know you want to talk about the Blessing 2, because you have it, but the Blessing 2 is up there. Yeah, I think the TK 3001 Pro, which your employer has stolen from me, and yeah,
those rat turdies.
Yeah, I know. I think
I
they. I
think
think I
Resolve
sent them
still
out,
has it, doesn't he? Or does Terran
no,
have it now?
Terran has it. Resolve has the 2001.
Hmm.
So yeah, I sent them in like February, and yeah, one day I'll get them back. Now they're gonna get the Moondrop, so I'll probably never see those ever again.
Oh
And then
Jesus, that's right. Terran's just in the back. he's resolved you is what's happened. He's resolved you.
mhm. um, yeah, I mean, I like these a lot, so I will recommend these because they sound decent. I think they sound better than most things are like under 200, even though they're wireless and everything. But you get the convenience of wireless, um, and it's got it fits really well. It's small, you can stick in your pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and it lasts all day.
That's all.
But the Moondrop Blessing 2 is probably up there. It's like what 320.
Is it 320 for
Really
these?
hard to. It's really hard to get a hold of because
Yeah.
they've been sold out for a long time.
As I tangled them up when I put them in like that.
Yeah, they are.
Upside down.
They are like
Yeah.
They are like this. If you like the Aria, the Blessing 2 is like the IEM version of it to me.
But they have a lot more bass to me than these.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's because of the seal and the fact that they're in your ear. It's a little more present, maybe.
Yeah, I mean they have a little bit more bass because I think it's because it's a dynamic driver a little bit, but
they are pretty sharp.
I think they're very similar in terms of like the tonality. It's a little bit bright, just slightly brighter than neutral. But yeah, the 3001 Pro from Dunu is a nice recommendation. It's like I think $469, and it's a little bit warmer sounding, so it's got an elevated bass and kind of a laid back treble. I like that one. I got the Legacy 5 here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This is the new T Audio.
Have you released the review for that yet, or is it you did
No.
on YouTube, right?
No, I just did unboxing.
Unboxing, that's right.
Yeah, where I didn't spin it very well.
We're talking about the best spin.
Manual spin. Yeah, the Legacy 5 is it's pretty solid. It's also like very warm, laid back, very thick sounding. I think it's not bad for $250, I think. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of good stuff in under 500 in my opinion. There's a lot of there's a lot of good stuff, but there's nothing that really stands out.
Like pops for you, yeah.
Yeah, the Blessing 2 is probably like one that stands out because it's got it matches my target preference curve really well, except it's a little bit brighter.
It stood out to me even too. Like I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't know if I could totally recommend it because it's a little big.
Yeah, they're big.
So it doesn't fit me very well, which probably is causing why I don't get as much of a bass impact as some other people do.
That's what the Neo comparatively.
Yeah. The Neo's really good. I like the Neo.
Neo's really
I'm
nice.
a bass head now, by the way.
I'm a bass head now. I'm a bass head ma. You gotta let me spread my basses and bass.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at these questions that are being asked right now.
Resolve asked a bunch, yeah.
A bunch of people ask random stuff. Titian SA6, yeah, SA6. SA6 is $550 though.
Oh,
but SA6 is really good. That's the new Dunu.
SA6 Monarch or Clairvoyance.
Under
Under 1,000. We'll say under 800.
Monarch.
Oh man.
Clairvoyance.
Oh.
Monarch or Clairvoyance or either one. I don't know. I like all three.
Dude,
actually.
The SA is beautiful though, man. Like this SA6, right? Is that right?
Yeah, SA6 is stabilized maple too.
God, the ones you have too are like they have that really pretty like pink purple color to them and like gorgeous.
Yeah, it's my wife's now.
It's my happy wife, happy life. It's a thing.
Yeah. She's like, oh, it's so pretty, and then it's like, oh, the cable is silver and white. Oh, I like that. So, and then it matches my new headphones, which are my Emu Rosewood.
I'm looking forward to her reviews. It'll be amazing.
Galaxy beans. I have not heard the Galaxy beans. They look weird, and the measurements look terrible. So I don't plan on listening to them unless someone wants to give it to me. It's like $180 or something. That's a lot of money for something that looks terribly.
Great.
Yeah.
And then Martin asked the Red QDC versus Monarch. Which one was that?
Red QDC.
Was that the one that was...
ASL maybe?
Yeah.
I haven't heard. The only QDCs I've heard are like the cheapo stuff and like the top of the line stuff. Yeah, that's a question for my former host who has recently quit audio.
Rush, I miss you.
Yep. Speakers have took him over. Now he's looking for a subwoofer. Yeah, Monarch is good.
Good. I can attest. I only listened to it for a little short amount of time, but it was good. And in fact, Resolve has the Monarch now, and he likes it a lot too. So
Clairvoyance is good too. I think Clairvoyance is a little bit more of an all-arounder that most people.
Yeah, I can see.
I think if you're gonna pick up one on blind buy, the Clairvoyance would be the one to buy, and then the Monarch would be like I don't know, if you like acoustic music with a lot of sub bass.
or sub bass is what got me. I'm not gonna lie, the sub bass was like an instantaneous, like that was unique. That's definitely gonna be my meme of like if it's something that grabs me that's unique, that stands out. It's like then that's the thing I tend to go for.
I was listening to like those again with like my Viento.
Mm-hmm.
So quick background, I'm not sure I'm supposed to say this, but the person who tuned the Clairvoyance and Monarch, he was trying to make he was trying to target, I think, 2 IEMs. One was the Viento B, which he owned, without saying names, and the what do you call it, 64 Audio U12T. So those were the 2 that he was trying to target, and what kind of came out of the collaboration with the TA Audio was the Monarch and Clairvoyance. So there was some of like their what they wanted and what he wanted, and kind of end up going in between the 2.
Because they do remind me. Actually, the Neo specifically reminds me, not completely, but I had that. Oh, this is similar when I listened to these after the Monarch. I listened to these after the Monarch, and I was like, oh, I got a similar flavor, not necessarily the same. You know what I mean? Like it's. Mm-hmm. They weren't, obviously different, completely different tiers of IEM, but like that profile.
Yep, Resolve's uncle. Also named Andrew.
That's true. Andrews are everywhere. If you guys didn't know, everyone in the audio world is named Andrew. They just changed their name so that they can kind of differentiate themselves.
Yeah, my real name is Andrew.
I'm Ty Drew, if you didn't know. But like I think those were fantastic. Like honestly, those were like some of the coolest looking IEMs too, right? Like the Monarch, the Clairvoyance, and then now the SA6. I mean, those things are gorgeous, man. And then I think you're getting it soon. I think you're buying it soon, right? The Odin. I think Taryn was saying.
Right here, I think.
Do it. It's gorgeous. It looks like abalone mixed with like little seaside shell stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how else it's gonna show up.
They're gorgeous. They are very, very pretty.
I don't have the magic of Tyler's hand. That magically.
I'm Andler. But yeah, they're beautiful. And then the SA6 is gorgeous. Yeah, that's something that's like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like aesthetics mean they're a big chunk of what I like in my headphones. Like these are, you guys can't quite, you can see it better on Andrew than me, but like you could see, like we're wearing these antennas, like. Yeah, and then Ant, you're getting the Odin soon, as I recall. You're buying it soon, as I recall. And
I'm poor.
No, I'm with you, but jokes aside, like the Odin, that is another like the way that pops off the shell, like the coloration that they have on that thing is really pretty, and it reminds me of the the Odin, when I heard it very briefly, reminds me of the Utopia.
Whoa, let's not do that. All right, fixing my blinds.
Sorry, I'm chewing boba. But yeah, I think the Odin was an interesting one.
I'm excited to try it, but man, it's a bit up there in the price range. It's more than a verite.
All right, Resolve's gonna go. He's doing some pretty awesome work that you guys will probably see in the next couple days. He's gonna go.
All right, time to make fun of him.
I think he's gonna go shoot some B-roll and some film. So later, brother. Chat with you in the Discords and Slacks and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so that'll be interesting to hear your take when you get those in. I think you're getting them soonish. Because I think Resolve has them now, and I think from there it's going to one of the other people, and then eventually it'll make it back to me, which I will then hand off to you. Not that I will do a review of them, but maybe I'll do. I need to start doing more hot take review type stuff, live stream.
Review.
Yeah. I don't really think of myself as a reviewer. I just like to do hot takes on things, because I don't think I have the technical capabilities as like someone like yourself or Resolve or even Chrono, right? It's got highs, they're good. Mids are good.
You gotta get you on measure, right?
Yeah, but I'm not a measure guy, man. It's just I'm a hippie. I'm a I'm a subjective hippie. No, but so I'll talk about what I like or don't like. I did that with these actually on a different Discord randomly, and I felt bad because they are somebody's personal headphones that they really love, and I was like, oh yes, and I of course was being purposely relatively bully on it about it. I was like stabby murder, that kind of stuff. But jokes aside, these are fantastic. They're not for me personally.
Yeah, I heard you're not on Team Hi-Fi, man, so it's okay. We understand.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not really a planar guy, man. I think that's the other issue for me. There's rare planars. It's rare to find a planar that I like, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a new planar soon, maybe.
Ooh. Oh, is that you getting those square ones?
I don't know. I don't remember what they look like. It's the Cascadia Audio.
Oh, that's right.
From Mad
Economist, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm interested in that because I remember you're showing me the pictures and stuff. That looks. It's based off a T50 mod, right? I believe.
No, his old ones were T50. I think this is this is
completely new, right?
Made from scratch type.
That's right.
Yeah,
that'll be interesting. I'm interested to see that.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I'm just saying I pre-ordered it. I think he's having some last minute issues getting it to having some last minute fixes.
You got some butterflies.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm interested to see what they end up looking like and how they perform. So that'll be really interesting. I'm looking forward to that actually a lot. And then that's coming from a pure measurator too. Measurements person that likes measurements, and and so right, that's his. He's way into measurements, and one of the more level-headed measurement type people too. But so for me, planars are rare for me to like. I really enjoyed this one. Of all the ones I really enjoyed, I thought this one was pretty fantastic, which is the LCD GX. And you've heard this. You I think you've heard it.
I did a review of it a while ago.
Yeah, that's right. And you thought it was okay. They're just smooth. They're not there's nothing really spectacular about them. There's nothing that's gonna blow you away per se. But they're just good headphones. They're not. That's my take on them, anyways. They're
it's one of the few odysseys I like. I don't like a lot of them. They're mostly too heavy and too missing the Pina gain. But that one's not too bad.
That's gonna be in the next meme, man. I've been joking with Chrono about it on the different things, and we're like, you measure your Pina gain yet, bro?
How big's your Pina?
You measuring your Pina? You get it? You get How's that peanut gain treating you? Sorry, it's bad. That's bad. I'm sorry. But like it's just fun. I'm sorry. It's funny to me, and I'm being ridiculous. But and but that's like the new thing, right? Is measuring the different parts of the way that the peanut gain and like other parts of your ear are like where that's interacting with your head. And so it's just interesting to me. Like jokes aside, that's pretty cool that people are now picking up and like how that factors into like measurements or how that factors into sound, that kind of stuff. So, anyways,
Small peanut.
and then like to be fair, I do like these for what they do. Even the Ananda, I think for what they do, they're good headphones. They're just not for me. Like I just, you know what I mean. Like so, I can't.
No, I don't.
Can't. They're not. And also, I'm just like I said, I'm just not really a hi-fi man guy. So,
that's unacceptable.
I don't have them with me right now, and because I'm getting ready to go take pictures. So they're all stored away in the box. But I actually got the Terran Specials, the Rad Zeros. Have you heard those yet?
No.
Oh,
I think
they're gonna be.
Well,
heavy.
I think I heard. I tried listening to them at like one of the meetups, but I think that unit was broken, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I had a unit that was kind of not borked, but there was definitely something a little off with it.
Yeah.
But the Terrans, and then actually it's funny because Ian Torque's, sorry I keep saying Torque, Torque's his that he has. I actually listened to those exact same ones at Can Jam way back last year's Can Jam SoCal, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't know he bought one.
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that was like said like that like those became his like like so, and I agree like the Rad Zeros are basically the LCD 3.4, like it kind of falls in between those two as far as sound performance. And in my limited time with an LCD 3 or 4, but like they're fantastic, man. They're warm. They remind me of a ZMF headphone, but in planar form. That's how. And so like I've been actually joking with some of the different people. Like I call them the ZMF of the planars, but they're Alex Rosin. So like I don't want to detract from Alex Rosin because he's doing beautiful work and they're gorgeous, man. Like that's another thing. You hold those and it's like holding gems in your hand. The way that they look. I wish I totally left them in the box downstairs. They are heavy, but they're not horrible. Like I think the worst thing about them, as far as like comfort wise, is more that the clamp is really strong. So. We'll have to do a meetup, and I'll if Terran is okay with it, they are his babies. But yeah. Oh, Mark McDonald, 3TDTI. Say that 10 times fast.
No, it's not available in the US yet, but I was told I might get a review demo of it. So maybe
that'd be cool.
It's like a new $299
like a tier below the Mess Mini.
Triple dynamic driver.
Triple dynamic.
3.
That'll be interesting. 3D makes sense.
Yeah,
now.
3D actually.
Triple. I speak words. I'm really good at it. I don't know if you knew. English is my first language.
Yeah, they made I think they made a 3DD IEM several years ago, and it was like $2,000 or more, and it wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I think earlier a couple months ago, their like main competitor QDC released a 3DD IEM. So this isn't, I don't think, supposed to be like a competitor to it because they're like 4 times cheaper, but it's kind of funny that they released 3DD at pretty much the same time.
And undercut by like crazy. QDC Magic 3D isn't good either.
Yeah, that one.
Real quick, on your horizon right now, what's something that's on your horizon that's like something that's you're excited for?
I'm excited to try these. What are these? Oh,
I'm excited to try this pouch with the red button. It's amazing.
So this is not something I'm excited for, but it was kind of funny. I got asked to review cat ears IEMs, and
Yes.
and so these are it. But I was like, what the heck is that? So I googled it, and the first thing that show up are like those like cat ear headphones, like the Ariana Grande stuff, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. But then I got them, and they're actually normal IEMs, and they're like this actually pretty nice looking bullet style
Oh, that's
IEM.
kind of cool.
They don't really sound that good, but they're like $100, and
It's not bad.
they're okay.
Oh, my wife would probably dig on that. She loves tiger ears. My wife loves buds. She can't do the over the ear thing. Like for whatever reason, she just refuses to do over the cable over the ear. So
These could be hers.
Yeah, that might be her jam. Maybe I'll have to look
We
into
can
those.
we can do a exchange.
See if
you can. My wife did not approve of these either, so
that might be bad. But then my wife doesn't really more. Just
they're a little
care.
bassy.
She likes bass. She's a '90s hip hop girl, so
yeah, these are V-shaped. It's got removable MMCX connectors, and it's got this cool
a bunch of MMCX cables.
Cat logo here, which is cool because we like cats. But yeah, it's okay. That was my short review.
It's okay, and review done. It's okay. It does its thing.
Yep. I'm gonna keep these and give you those cat ears.
Good deal across the board. No, like my nest.
What am I looking forward to? I'm not really looking forward to anything. I'm ready to quit audio, actually. But
yeah, I'm actually.
But if I was looking forward to something, it'd probably be a normal-looking SR1A would be cool. Maybe a updated Shure KSE 1200. That's the electrostatic IEMs if they ever make a new one, but they probably won't. And I don't know. Yeah, I guess I need to get into the eStat game at some point, but I haven't.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I eStats are always interesting to me. Like I always think that they have that speed, they have that they just never rang.
This is the closest I've gotten.
That's fair. They just don't. For whatever reason, they just don't grab me in the way that other headphones have done in the past.
I quit audio all the time, Titian.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to quit. I'm getting ready to sell. I'm going to probably sell my LCD GXs. I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff, except the only thing I'm probably going to be keeping at the end of the day is my ZMF collection, the SR1As, and some of my IEMs. And then I'm going to start building out my ZMF collection, and then I might actually end up buying a Rad Zero at some point. So there is that also.
You know what I'm looking forward to is the iPad Air. It's not audio related, but
it does audio.
It doesn't even have a microphone or a headphone jack. But
it comes with the best dongle, right?
No, it doesn't come with buy separately.
You do have to, and it's USB-C, not Lightning. I wonder if that would make a difference.
I use the USB-C one all the time.
Okay, so it's not a big deal because I have the Galaxy or the USB-C ones I have for my iPad, or I have the Razer THX one, which I don't. Do they even make that anymore? I think that's great. It's a great little thing, dongle. Titi, and I'll let you know. Hit me on the Discords and whatnot, and I'll chat with you about it.
I thought he was buying emus. What the heck?
the GX, man. And then I want to say, God, what else was there? I don't know.
If ZMF ever makes a new headphone, I'll be excited for that. They
are working on it. They are making some. So who knows when? But they're gonna be. It's gonna be like, I think their goal for that one, and we'll see if
leak.
Yeah, it's gonna be under $1,000, I believe, is they're shooting for. So it's gonna be like more entry level, and I think he said he wanted it to be more portable. So a more portable ZMF. Not that like you'd make it like super, not like a traditional portable, but like a portable ZMF, whatever that kind of turns out to be in. But it's more of like that's still in concept phase, I think. So it's gonna be a ways away.
Cool DAPs, yeah, that's what I want. I do want a cool DAP.
I do want a cool DAP too. I like DAPs. I don't use them very much.
I need a new I'd like to. I think if Sony released a new
Z1MA maybe?
WM1A update, I'd probably buy that.
Actually,
That's what I'll look forward to.
Yes, I think I was just talking to you about this too the other day. Like I want the new Walkman purely because I want the cassette player like look.
Oh, yeah.
But then I'm just.
Did I ever show you it?
Yeah, I like them. Their form factor is really nice because you showed me.
No,
yours.
I mean showed you the actual like cassette
Graphic?
portion.
Oh, I don't. I think we just messed around with them, but their form factor is great. The power is lacking though, right? Or battery, something's about them.
Yeah, it's Android. I mean, yeah, it's only this one's only 1400 milliamp. Yeah, so it's not the biggest battery.
Yeah, but they're fantastic from my understanding though. As outside of that, and they look cool. And at the end of the day, I want that little cassette player playing with my words band.
It'll kill your battery even more.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me. I'm trying to get this thing to show.
So that only works with your local files though, right?
Yeah.
See, that's so cool.
And it
actually shows like this little animation too, right? And then like the words are like taped on to the tape, like an old school like mixtape style.
Yeah. I wonder if it changes colors if I changed the album.
Oh, so yeah, Bitter Buffalo mentions that the 105 battery is problematic. He has the A55, so that's dope. It's purple. Oh, see, now it's a must buy.
This is I picked up purple colored album, Mother Love Bone.
Oh yeah, I actually got a really cool picture of that graffiti over in West Seattle for that. That was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys don't know who Mother Love Bone is, they were this awesome Seattle band that later became Pearl Jam after Andrew, their lead singer, died, and they hired this guy named Eddie Vedder.
True story. A wireless loading battery. Yeah, I agree. That'd be cool to be able to hot swap batteries for your DAP. That'd be really cool.
You mean back in the day when you can get replaceable batteries?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? That's just silly talk.
I don't think that's ever coming back.
No, that's not coming back. Built-in need to upgrade when things go bad.
A105. Oh, I had the A105 by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the smaller version of this. It's actually like basically if you chopped off the bottom of this and just saw the screen, it's like the size of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's
fits better in that.
Yes, because you don't have the weird
black bars
bottom part. Yeah. The 105 battery is about the same. If you optimize your Android system by basically turning off every syncing feature, so like don't sync your email,
don't sync anything, don't have
and then also like, well, that's pretty much it. If you disable like Google syncing, then you can probably get 14 to 18 hours of playback on offline files. But if you start like using Qobuz or Spotify, then it just goes straight down. That's a problem I think with a lot of these Android manufacturers. They're using, like Sony uses I don't even know what brand. They use some random company for their processor, and it's not super well optimized. I think if these companies switch to like the Qualcomm, like Snapdragon, which is like very well optimized, and has a ton of like support, and basically every manufacturer uses it. There's a lot more battery like battery performance and also just system performance improvements. But for whatever reason, most of the companies are not using it. Maybe it costs a bit more, but
I wonder if it's because it's they think audiophile or they think music player, and they're thinking, they're not going to be using it for anything else than music, so they think, why spend them? But then it's so counterproductive to like today's age of like we all want everything to be connected and working properly. trying to think. I have the DX 160 Ibasso here. It's also downstairs. But and then I have my N6II Pro N6II DAP. How do I say Pro?
I like how you call it the N6II. It's like N62.
I like to be different. Dare to be
obviously.
different. Or I just never been corrected before, and now I feel awkward.
There was an N6 that came out like in 2014.
Yeah, it had the crazy. It looked like a weird, like it had a circle up top, and then the little column down below. I'm trying to think but yeah, so those are cool. But yeah, I just the reason I'm not like I love my KN N6 too. But I think it's just a little bit big, and after holding like the DX DAP, like I want something more in that form factor, and that's why I've been looking at the Sony. But then even the Sony WM1A, right? WM1A, is that the one? That's the big top dollar one, and that one's big too, though. But that's old, so old.
It's I think it's the same size as the 160.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was thicker for whatever reason.
I don't think so. It might be a little bit bigger, but it's only a little bit bigger than this one. It's like,
but how's the knobs are different, right? Aren't the knobs up top like?
It's probably like the width of my Galaxy S10, but the height of this.
Okay. And what's the one that Torque has? The big bad boy Sony DAP.
He has the WM1Z.
Z.
Which is like bigger
ridiculous.
And massively
that
heavy.
One's big. That thing's But yeah, I'd probably go with WM1A. I think it'll be. Hopefully they come out with something new. That'd be cool. As far as DAPs go, I'm trying to think if there's any other DAP. Oh, the N3 Pro. N3. That's the one I was thinking of. The N3 Pro. With
tubes.
The tubes. Yeah, that would be interesting. Hopefully that comes in soon. I'm really interested in hearing that. It's just a bummer that tubes. I mean, it makes sense because tubes, but like you can't have any like offline or online streaming with it. But it is what it is, I guess.
You can. No, I think that. Well, does it not work with the? Oh, it doesn't have streaming.
It doesn't have streaming. You can Bluetooth stream to it, or you can like have secondary product. You know, like it does that, but it doesn't do the direct on the player. And I get why, because then all the wireless stuff, but then it still technically has a Bluetooth chip. And I mean, So who knows how that's going to end up?
Is the N3 Pro that big? I thought it was only like.
That was smaller.
It's like. I think it's like this size with my case on it, but
it's
thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really thick.
I'm actually stoked too because you can actually see the tubes in it, which is really it's like
2 phones. Well,
2 phones
more than 2 phones, like 5 phones thickness.
I don't think I have anything readily. It's like, hey, you like my N3 Pro? It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, probably like that.
But yeah, that one I'm excited. I'm excited for that one.
I guess it'd probably be like this thick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably like this thick. I guess I'll hold it. It's not very pocketable, but
yeah. At least it's. Like,
I don't know if I want to put tubes in my pocket either.
Yeah, that was the other thing. It's like it'd be one of those things that you just kind of take wherever you're going, and then you're not listening, but like, and then you play with it whenever you get to your like hotel or whatever.
Yeah, DMP-Z1.
Was that big, that's ridiculous? Like,
yeah, it's like a desktop DAP.
It's actually.
Have you seen one?
Yeah, I think we saw it at the. What's his name had it? At the Christmas one, didn't he have one? DMP-Z1.
Oh, you mean
yeah, he had this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just saw the price of what.
It's only $8,500.
It's only $8,500. Cool looking. I don't know about $8,500 cool looking, but does it make me espresso in the morning?
It's, they make a Van Noy's case for it that you can carry
I've seen
in
the
a
guy
backpack.
that had it. He had the over the shoulder.
Yeah. Messenger bag style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can walk around Seattle like that.
If you like, kind of like the Con Cube action that we Van Noy. You really want to impress the ladies, let me tell you.
It's probably more impressive looking than carrying a Con Cube around.
That's fair.
I'd say on your fanny pack.
That's true. That is true. Buy one for your upcoming Odin. Yeah. There you go. That's a combo. Odin and the Z1. Grand total of $11,000 plus with tax and whatever else.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm only buying customs nowadays anyway.
I wonder how resale value would be. So I guess really, I'm trying to think what else would be really a fun thing that I'd be interested in. Oh, actually, that speaking of Sony, was the new not new, but I was looking at that other Sony desktop one. Obviously not the DMP, but it's like a $2,000
TAZ1H.
Yeah, that one looked cool.
Just a bunch of random letters and numbers. Yeah. But it's like it's like brand new 21, but you can buy it used for like maybe 13 or so.
That's what I was seeing. That one seemed kind of interesting, kind of a fun, random.
Yeah, I thought about getting one a while back because it has like every input.
That's why I got excited for it. The 4.4 Pentacon.
It just looks a little big, but I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Is like it looked big, but not really. It looked like it was about the size of a Jotunheim or something like that, but sideways. Like if you were to.
Yeah, but it's long.
Was it longer?
Yeah, it's probably like the length of a Phonitor, maybe.
Oh, but just skinny. Okay.
Which I don't like on my desk. Yeah. I guess I don't really care anymore, so I have a bookshelf now. But
yeah, I moved almost everything off to my shelf over here, other than the T4. I brought the RME back so I can listen to IEMs.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't really care. I have a gigantic Felix Audio 2 amp now, so size doesn't really matter as much.
Yeah, that's fair. I do like. You need to come check out, or I need to bring the T4 over to you or let you check that one out. I really like the T4. It's really.
Yeah, we can do a tube swap.
We could. You could do a little tube swap. I think you dig on it because it's nice. It looks nice. It's a nice size. It's about probably just a little tiny bit taller than the RME, and probably depth wise is like an RME and a half. If that makes sense. Yeah, RME in about a quarter, maybe, or a third.
Oh, it's pretty small.
So it's not huge, but yeah, so it's not bad. And I enjoy it. It sounds fantastic. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, that was what it was. The CAN tube amp that just came out. The new portable CAN tube desktop thingy.
Oh, there's no price on it, is there?
Yeah, I don't think there's a price on it yet. It's still being announced.
That thing also looks really long for being a portable.
But that one looked interesting. That seemed interesting to me. Like that was kind of like a cool little concept.
Was that a new tube?
I think it was a new tube. Yeah, I believe it was a new tube.
Basically, just the N8 SN amp.
C9, the C9. Wow, I literally typed it, and that was the first thing that popped up.
C9.
C9. It's got. I think it looks cool too, man. It's a really cool looking little unit. And by little, I mean I don't think it's that little. It's 550 grams, so it's not that heavy. Ish. 160 by 80 by 28 millimeters.
Oh yeah, it's got 4.4.
4.4, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like the look of it. It's really nice looking.
Any price yet? No price yet.
No price yet. Yeah.
Is our local KN dealer going to be carrying it?
I'm gonna ask them. Hopefully, we'll see. They're kind of slow though, so.
You can't say that. You work for them.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about their middleman that they.
Oh, okay, sure.
But yeah, dual new tubes. That's pretty fantastic. I think that's really cool. I really like the sound of the new tubes too. Like they actually sound pretty cool for tubes. If that makes sense. Interesting. And they glow really cool. They have a really cool glow.
The greenish color.
Yeah, that sea green, blue, teal.
Teal, yeah. Sea green, yeah.
But fun. Yeah. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Yeah, C9 is definitely one of the ones I think would be on my radar, just purely because of the uniqueness of it. It'd be interesting to see how much power. Did it say how much power it was going to have?
Oh, I think it has tons of power for a portable anyway.
Oh, Class A. You can switch between Class A and Class AB. Wow.
It's gonna be hot.
It's going to be hot.
Don't put that in your pocket.
You don't put that in
Will
your
not.
pocket. But USB-C charging, so bravo. Like that. But yeah, don't put that in your pocket. It burns so good. It burns so good.
Yeah. Don't put Class A tubes or Class A amps in your pocket. It's probably not a good idea.
But yeah, that'll be. I'm actually, that's one I'm interested in seeing what comes. By end of October, specifications and detailed description by end of October. So we'll find out more. Price, price and all the specs and details will come out at the end of October. So that's cool, and expected to ship by the end of 2020. So that's pretty cool. That'll be a fun one. That'll be interesting. It's meant to be used with IEMs. Yeah, I believe it.
Hopefully there's no noise.
Hopefully there's no noise. That's another issue, man. Is all the portable stuff I've played with so far is noise, especially on the 4.4 for whatever reason. It's kind of
You mean all the Wi-Fi stuff?
Yeah, Wi-Fi stuff, and even my Canon N6 II is a little noisy. But I think they determined that, and I think they might have fixed it with, if you just get a different amp module, it fixed it with the because I think the way where they had it on the original amp module, they had the Wi-Fi antenna is like sits right next to the 4.4 connector. So like if you're streaming, it's pretty noisy.
See, I think Wi-Fi is doing it on purpose because they want you to buy the IE match, but they don't have an IE match for 4.4, so that doesn't make any sense. So they just are not very
sneaky.
Yeah. So they are the company that makes noise attenuators, but they can't get noise attenuation on their own products. So
yeah, which is crazy because like the hip DAC is pretty great when you look at the hip DAC, right? The new one.
Yeah.
But then any IEM I used on that was noisy. It was tough.
Yeah, I'm using the Zen DAC right now for our IEMs, and yeah, it's kind of annoying because you hear noise out of it, which is, I don't know, kind of dumb.
Well, no, that not entirely true. Their older stuff worked really good with IEMs.
Well, it had IE match built
into it. It had IE match built into it, though. Yeah, because I had the little nibble right here, and it has the IE match port for IEMs.
Probably if it changes your output impedance.
Yeah, and then I never liked that.
That screws up everything.
It always sounded too compressed or like it took a step back from the stage and all that stuff. Like everything seemed to be not as
yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's got quieter. It was just quieter with IE match.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I don't know any of that stuff. It's good. Bass good. It's good.
Bass good. Or no, BA bass bad.
That's another thing. I really liked about the speaking of Wi-Fi is their bass boost stuff is awesome.
It actually works well with the Aria.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna say. I bet it'd be
terrible with ZMF. But,
yeah, I wouldn't do it with ZMF, but like, God, what was I using it with? And I used a bass boost on something, and I was like, wow, that was fantastic. I think it was the GXs. I was using the hip DAC with these randomly.
You need more bass with that?
Yeah, and it was pretty awesome. I was like, oh yeah, get that bass. I'm all about that bass, no treble. That's not that true. But yeah, I'm trying to think. That was the other one that was pretty fun with that. And then, I think it was the Stellia. I think I did the Stellia with, and I did like a bass boost on that with one of their things. I can't think of what it was. I think it was yours. Your that little stack you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using that, and I was playing with the different headphones I had, and I remember bass boost. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. It adds about 10 decibels.
Yeah, it was definitely a thing. It was actually that stack you have. That's actually pretty affordable too, and I thought it was for what it is. It's really good. I thought that was
$300 or so total. I don't know. It was fine, and then I opened up the black one. I think it's like F Audio. It's a knockoff. It's like a fake of a THX amp. Yeah, if you open it up, Uh,
There's nothing there. You're like,
don't,
oh,
don't, no, I mean, don't.
don't
You
open it
don't
up.
want to open it up. It looks very, very, very poor. Like
Bad
soldering is not
soldering
very
and
good. There's like goo left behind. Yeah, it's kind of not the greatest looking thing on the inside.
oof. That's right, though. I guess. I mean,
It's crazy though, because like that one came out. I think it came out like beginning or middle of summer,
that's
and
right.
it was like super cheap. And then since then, like you have like
Was it
if you're
the
an
one?
objectivist, you have like the topping
Uh,
um,
is it
L30
L30.
and A50S, which are both under 200. Which are like if you're like into measurements, it's like the highest measuring. And then you got this shit uh,
The Magnus.
Magnus, yeah. Like all of that came out, and you're like
Get
the
you
same price as
killed.
this knockoff thing, and I'd rather just get that.
Yeah, yeah. That's the other thing too. Like that's an interesting topic too. But I don't know if we have much time with that. But like the knockoff world versus um like the proper company making it kind of thing. And like it's such an interesting thing because you can usually get a pretty good deal on some of the knockoff stuff, and it's usually, I mean, you're definitely losing some things there, but like I don't know, it seems like a weird, like I guess it depends on how much you're willing to spend. I guess really it comes down to what your budget is and what you're, because you can get a pretty good deal for some, like, maybe not necessarily like name brand stuff that's performed almost to or at the same level. For you just might lose a bunch of quality control, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, they use cheaper components too, so you can tell when like opening up that F audio box, like the components look like either they were used
Mm-hmm.
or they were like cheap knockoffs. Like they literally look like they might have just been like recycled from other things and pulled in and stuck on. So yeah,
I see leftover stickers from other like manufacturer stuff like on the tops of the thing. Oh man.
Yeah.
Actually, Flux. Have you seen Flux amps?
Flux amps. I've seen them. I haven't tried them.
FA10, I think is the one that. So on the one of the discords I'm in, that's like going around like everyone's been hyping it up a lot, and I want it. They're cheap and they're really good amps supposedly, but they're cheap. So that's something to look into. Like I want to hear one before I would just even though they're cheap. Like I need to hear one before I dive in for. I think they're like $700 something for like one of their for the FA10. So interesting.
Yeah, you should buy one. Let me try it.
Yeah. So,
and I'll trade you cat ears for it. Yeah, and the knockoff THX.
And that's great deal.
Both.
Great deal.
Yeah.
And then try to think. There was another one that was really interesting that I can't think of what it is now off the top of my head. But the FA10 has been going around making rounds as like one of the new cool things to look into. But yeah, nothing really else on my radar either, man. Like as far as like things I'm interested or excited for, really, other than stuff that's already been other than the stuff that I want to get that's already been that I just know is good and I want it.
Yeah, maybe some new French-made headphones would be pretty cool too.
Yeah,
that would excite me.
That would be exciting. I'm looking forward to see what they come up with. Well, the Radiance is coming.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm getting that in before where they have to send it back or not. Probably not at this rate. If I don't have them now, then I probably won't be getting them before they release to the greater wild. And I might pick up a set just because I actually gave away my Alesias recently, so I might pick up a pair of Radiants to kind of cover down on that. I do think the colorway is fantastic, but
yeah, I think it looks awesome. If they make a lighter weight Utopia,
ooh.
I may consider.
Well, during the Focal stream, I know that they were talking about doing a bunch of stuff coming soon. Like not just one, like multiple things are coming down the pipe during that stream. I mean, cause that stream was kind of tough because we had some internet issues, but but they were basically saying that they're working on a bunch of things that are coming down the pipe from this holiday season through to the beginning of next year, I believe. So definitely keep your eye out for. And obviously, headphones. Once they find out more that they can release, we'll probably be pushing that whenever they send and see. That'd be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it, especially with the new Radiance, because they did a different design for that too. Not just because it's like the name, and Bentley thing, but the way that they did the port is now it's like a plate instead of the grill. I have the Stellia here. So the Focal logo is actually a port for the closeback. And so with the new one, it's now there's a plate that sits over the top of that, and the port's underneath that kind of pushes out the sides that way now. So that's kind of interesting. So they're definitely doing some new things there. So I'm curious to see what they come up with next for other things. But we'll see.
Okay, maybe I am more excited about certain things if they ever get announced. I guess new Sony app, new focals, new CMFs.
That's true.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, I do want to try it. This is kind of maybe a meme or a joke, but I do want to try out the new Hi-Fi Man.
I do. I agree.
Whatever they're called, the new Hi-Fi Man Sonys.
The new Sonys, the Hi-Fi Man Sonys. I want to try both. I want to try both the dynamic and the planar and see what the differences are, because that will be interesting to me. Because I think the dynamic is basically just a literal one-to-one, essentially one-to-one copy of what the original was, right? So
supposedly.
Yeah. And then the planar is the same thing, but with planar. But twice as expensive.
Yeah, I think it's more than twice. It's like
$3 or $4 grand for that
3 or 4 times more, yeah.
Oh, yeah. A cheaper arch would be kind of interesting. I bet you what they would do is they'd probably just bring the arch price down, honestly, as it goes along. But depends on how they're selling, I guess. Maybe like some upgraded like USB stuff or like some internals, but I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, take the stand off. Yeah, that's really that's the only thing I think that I'm kind of excited for. But yeah, not really. I'm trying to think. There's really but no. I'm trying to think. There's another one. I guess my next big things I want to get is I want to get another solid state amp, and I want to get another tube amp, like proper tube amp. Those are the only 2 things I'm actually looking for.
Another one.
Well, I have the T4 as my hybrid, and I'm looking at that one as like my in-game. I kind of want to have an in-game.
Do you have the can?
The can?
Yeah,
I have the little tube amp. I'm actually probably gonna sell that too. Actually, now that I have the T4, that thing's heavy. It's like 25 pounds. It's crazy. Yeah. And then I saw.
I'll get you on the
head, but yeah.
I'll get you on the. Want to get you on the Polish bandwagon.
I do want to get a Euphoria, or not. Well, Euphoria would be nice, but like probably yours probably be more in line with what I'd be looking for. But we'll see. Yeah, I like those. The Felix Audio stuff's fantastic looking. Yeah, I do want a Felix. Trying to think. Other than that, I like the KN. The KN 5 something, not the 300B, but the baby of that. It just came out this year, I think, and initially had issues, but now it's kind of back to normal. But
don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
I was really interested in was the Matrix i3 Pro. It's like a smallish looking.
I think I remember seeing it on Darko.
Network streamer with balanced output and a screen, but then I looked at the output impedance and I turned it off.
Yeah,
turned off my desire.
Because it's really cool. It's small, it looks really nice. But then, I think there was I think I was talking to Ian Torque about it, and he said the exact same thing. He was like,
why would you make this really nice looking thing and then make it 22 ohm output impedance? So, yeah.
Yeah. It looks really cool. It's really cool looking.
It'd be like perfect just to like put on like on my desk next to my bed or something.
Mm-hmm.
But,
with like some nice closebacks or something.
Yeah, or at work.
Yeah, that's true. God, the version before it looks really cool too, but it's pretty basic. I want to say that one actually. Yeah, the i2. That one you can use with IEMs. That one has a low impedance. It seems like.
Yeah, but I want the network streaming capability.
That's true. So that one kind of negates that.
I'm using Chromecast audio right now. The old discontinued
That's
Chromecast.
not even around anymore. I was so bummed, man. I meant to buy one of the little last ones, and I missed it by like a day.
Yeah. I think I was going to order one, and then like they ran out, and they came back in stock, and I was like gonna order it, and I got stuck into a meeting.
Yeah, I think it was.
And by the time the meeting was over, it was sold out, and I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, they were cool. The little audio ones were really good, actually. I thought for what they were.
Yeah, I'm using it right now with optical cable directly into the Bifrost, so works pretty well. Yeah.
I think I have optical going to my JDS LDAC for my bottlehead crack. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like my, I think it's because I have my PC right here, but my PC sits next to my KN-HA1A tube amp, and that thing is noisy as hell now. And the only thing I can think of is because my Wi-Fi antennas are like right there, so I was just pulling all the signal and it's just super noisy. So I'm like, argh. Tubes always getting in the way. But anyways, I think on that we've been going for about an hour 20. I don't want to keep you going too long, man.
Yeah, I am getting pinged at work right now. I'm trying to get stuff done.
I need to go pick up my little beast monkey daughter. So, but yeah, this was nice, chill hi-fi in the afternoon. Always fun chatting with you, Ant. And we'll have to do it again. We should do another. I wanted to do something fun like that, like try to get some more
live stream from Bellevue.
Yes, we should. Yeah, we'll have to do we'll have to do a on the fly live stream mini meetup and play that way. We'll show our favorite place and go puppy dog watching. But yeah, I think with that being said, I don't want to keep you much longer from your work, and I'll let you get back to it, my man. And thanks for jumping in with me, and we'll do it again, and or vice versa if you ever want a weird white guy to beat up on about IEMs that I have no idea about. I'm happy to.
Oh yeah, we'll have to get you on our show. Our show is going through some restructuring right now, anyway. So,
touche. Yeah. But yeah, anytime. And then I would like to do it again. I want to talk more, especially as more IEMs come in down the pipe, and chat with you about them. Because
Odin,
yes, I want to hear your thoughts on the Odin. So, all right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for jumping in, and a nice chill afternoon with Ant and myself. And thanks, Ant, for jumping in with me. And we'll chat with you guys later. All right.
Hasta
luego.